Right, well, over the next 5 weeks, we're going to be looking at a book called Pilgrim's Progress. It's an old book. It was written by this man, John Bunyan, 350 nearly years ago. But you know, it's always been in print. You can even watch it online, videos, films. It was one of the best-selling books for years, just behind the Bible. 350 years ago, John Bunyan was in prison because he was a Christian. He wanted to preach, and people didn't want him to preach. And so, in prison, one night, he had a dream. And when he woke up, he started to write down what that dream was. And that's when his book was written. His book, though, wasn't called Pilgrim's Progress. His book was called The Pilgrim's Progress, from this world to that which is to come. That gives you an idea of what this book is all about. So our story starts with Pilgrim. There he is. And it starts partway through his life. You see, he's found a book. It's a very old book. And as he reads this book, he begins to see something about the history of the city he was living in and the people who were there. You see, this book started to talk about the city. People, they didn't want the king to rule. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. They wanted to be the boss. And so the king sent a message. And it changed the name of the city as well to the City of Destruction. Because you see, that city was going to be destroyed. The king was going to come sometime. He would destroy the city and he would punish everyone who lived there. So he was a little bit concerned as he read this. Have you noticed something about what is on his back? It's a big bag, it's a burden. It's heavy and it hurt. But everyone else had one in that city. And lots of people didn't think much about it. But it was heavy and it hurt. Sometimes he'd wake up crying because of it. His question was this: You see, this was a record of all the wrong things he had done in breaking the king's laws. And they were all on his back. And that's why he hurt so much. Do you know, the more he read this book, the more he realised just how bad his sin was. And it just seemed to get heavier as he lived and as he walked and as he read this book. That's when that question came. How can I get rid of this burden, all of these wrong things that I've done? How can I get rid of them? He was upset. He didn't know how. Now, let me introduce another man. His name's Evangelist. Do you notice something about him? He doesn't have a big burden on his back, a big sack. That's because he's not a citizen of this town. He has come all the way from the king himself. And the king has got a message to tell the people of this city. It was an offer. You can leave this city of destruction and you can go to live where he lives, the celestial city. Do you know, people heard, lots of people just ignored him. But that's what he did. He would tell them what the king had to offer to these people. Now, while he was in town, the evangelist saw Pilgrim And he saw that he was unhappy, so he said, why are you so unhappy? What's wrong? And Pilgrim had to explain it was because of his sin on his back. It was heavy. It hurt. He knew it was wrong. And he wanted to get rid of it, but he didn't know how. Evangelist noticed that he was reading his little book still. And he said to him, well, look. And he flicked over the pages and he said, read this. And it said this: believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and you will be saved. He was the king's son. Well, Pilgrim thought about it. He said, well, yeah, I believe. But he didn't really know what it meant to believe. You see, you can believe in something, but he needed to really trust in him, rely upon him, more than just knowing something to be true. And the evangelist said to him, tell you what, come over here. He got up and he pointed off into the distance and he said, can you see that gate? He said, that gate is the gate of decision. You need to go to that and make that decision and go through it. And he said, I can't see it. He said, well, can you see the light? Oh yeah, I can see the light. He said, well, keep going towards the light. And he had to keep reading his book, going towards the light. You know, before he went to see his wife. He went to see his friends. And he told them of all what he had been reading and how he was going to go to this gate and go through it and go to this city, the celestial city. And his wife, his friends, they laughed. Don't be stupid. That's not true. They wouldn't listen. But you know, he realized that it was true and he needed to do something about it. So he decided, well, I'm going to go. Even if no one else is going to do it, I'm going to go. I'm going to go to that gate. And he set off. And as he walked that road, eventually, even though it was still hard, some of the people in the town had come out to, don't go there, just come back, don't be silly. Some people were trying to make him go a different way, but he said no. And he kept going. And there was the gate. He could see it now. He got closer and he could read above it, seek and you shall find. And as he got closer again, knock and it will be open to you. So he got to the door and he knocks. And as he knocks, door flies open, hand comes out, grabs him, pulls him inside, the door slams behind him. Next week, Dan's going to come and he's going to tell you why that happened and what happened next and how, and eventually what happens.